rumors that the flyweight division is being eliminated appear to be premature. At UFC 233 in Anaheim, reigning flyweight champion Henry Cejudo is expected to put his 125-pound belt on the line against current bantamweight champion Dillashaw on January 26. The UFC has been working towards the Cejudo vs Dillashaw fight for several weeks, but only now have all parties agreed on the matchup, with the fight expected to take place in the flyweight division. Over the past few days, rumors have been swirling that the UFC was moving towards the elimination of the flyweight division following a trade that sent former champion Demetrius Johnson to one championship. Several fighters were released this week, and many of them said the reason behind receiving a pink slip was due to the UFC eliminating the flyweight division. Now it appears the UFC is planning on moving ahead with a 125-pound division, with this champion versus champion title fight in the works for January.
Floyd Mayweather has a history of announcing a fight and being in the ring right after that. To remind you, Manny Pacquiao, which at that time was the biggest fight that the sport had ever wanted to see, the day they announced that fight we waited 10 years for, Ariel, 5.5 weeks later, they were throwing punches at each other. I like that about Floyd Mayweather, but that also lined up with his New Year's Eve thing. Look, Helwani, huge miss here by Floyd Mayweather. He has brought down his brand, okay? Very normal trajectory of a fighter's career. You start out fighting at the YMCA, you move on to the dog park, you get into a coliseum, and on your way out, you go back to the YMCA, and then you finish up at the dog park. That is what this appeared to be for Floyd from Jump Street. The only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view buys is Floyd Mayweather's net worth. But his spending habits are real. We know he has to fight again, but the fact that he would go and offer his services in a stunt fight over in Japan under yet to be specified rules, this is very bad for the brand. And for him to try to unwind that and then come back to America, look, it's tough, and Floyd stubbed his toe on this one.
Yeah, it's a total miss on his part. I thought the press conference was bizarre. You come out with this press conference and you don't know the rules, you don't know the rounds, you don't know the weight, you don't know anything about the fight. We don't know if it's boxing, kickboxing, MMA. It was completely confusing. But one thing that we know for sure is that he was standing there next to Tenshin. You're looking at the pictures right there. I mean, that's Saki Kabara of Ryzen. Like they were talking about a fight here. It's not like he was duped. He comes out with this statement on Wednesday afternoon saying like, oh, I didn't really know. And this is the statement right here. First and foremost, I want to be clear. I, Floyd Mayweather, never agreed to an official bout with Tenshin Nasukawa. What? We just saw the quotes. We heard them right there, like 2 seconds ago. He was talking about a bout. Now, I had heard from the very beginning, from Jump Street, I had heard that it was going to be an exhibition, that it was going to be 3 to 5 rounds, that it wasn't going to count on his record or Nasukawa's record. It was going to be a boxing match, and now it seems like something happened and he's pulling the plug. So it's a massive miss on his part. It's embarrassing. I mean, this is not the kind of thing that Floyd is usually involved in.